we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Miami Dolphins. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
4 yards on the dump off at second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready! Hey, bro, baby!
On second down, it's Drake. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On third down, Rivers. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a carry for Lindsay. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Locke throwing on second down. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Go 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On second down, a run with Lindsey. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And it brings up 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. McManus's point after is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check 4, check right.
From the gun, Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132 and a half.
Set, 380. Hey, Delta. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Split.
3rd and long for Rivers. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play there for the Dolphins. 62 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Here we go, set. 60 outlaw. Stay with your man. Jumper, 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 jumper. 36, 30. Drop, Block it.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man. You can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
Check 9. 25. Check 25.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You better be a Chris on Travis. Check.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. It's caught by Aguilar. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Here's Lindsey. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Block now to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. There for the sack, Emerson Griffin.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Locke going to throw. And that is incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
The Broncos send out their punter now. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit.
He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 35 for an offense that has not found the end zone yet. That's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. On the toss play, this is Drake. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got you.
From the gun, it's Drake. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. Make that now 3 straight 2-yard gains. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Rivers to throw for it on 4th. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. On 1st down, Drake. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Good job, Steve.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Throwing, Rivers. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Lock to throw on 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. To throw on 3rd down. Block. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
All day, every day, any day. Hey, exit.
Clock now on 1st down. Try to lay one up deep. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup of 38. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Throwing now is locked. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Nelson Aguilar. As the first half is winding down, and the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
On first and 10, Rivers. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
79.
Long day. That's got to be a long day. Check. Check.
Hey.
Check. Check.
Final play of the half, Rivers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
At the 30-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On second down, here's Locke. And that is incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd and 5.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better than it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Aguilar has it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. No. Let's go.
Here's Locke to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
You're not ready. You're not ready. Sit up.
Jackson, option right. Drake will start the drive on the ground. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way to the opposite 49-yard line. A big play there on the option. 45 yards on the ground.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Running, it's Drake. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And this is caught. It's Parker. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 25-yard line. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Rivers. They'll set up the screen to Balaj. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kalen Balaj, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need to rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some 1st downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Clock will try again on 2nd down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage.
And now offensively, it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Check. Rush in. Switch it. Here, switch it. Check. Hot route. Hot. Deep grip.
On 3rd down, Locke. He's got his tight end Fant. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. Locke now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Locke. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 1st down, it's Lindsey, and he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Locke. This is the tight end Fant, and he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 19.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Here we go. Set. Turn to stop. 55.
They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Mika Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the first-round pick out of Alabama. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Yeah. Recon, 132 fighter.
It's our time. Shoot.
Now.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And that is incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Right back to Drake. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
You ain't doing White.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
12 yards on the return that time, and the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Lock looking middle, and that's complete.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hey, 4 down.
3rd and 2. Lock's going to throw. He'll find Lindsey here. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Hey, watch the screen.
Five.
On 1st down, it's Lindsey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the 48-yard line.
Set. 60 or.
I don't think you got it, son.
Deep grip.
On 2nd and 12, Lock. He completes this to Sutton. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line.
Broncos 1st down.
Ready. 15, run. 15 run. 80 weapons.
They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey, and give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. The kick by McManus is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Set 180.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joe Schobert drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
He's checking crack. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Now Rivers on 4th down. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Check. Fresno. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Quick dash. Go.
Another run by Lindsey. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll try the draw, Lindsey. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Come on,
Throwing again. Rivers. It's complete to Drake. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Rivers to throw it. Now a desperation throw deep. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day. Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And they say it's never easy to come into Denver to win because of the altitude. They look pretty comfortable in the altitude.
They certainly did. I'm not quite sure how they got prepared. And it's always been a big debate about what to do. I lived out there at one point. I lived in Colorado Springs. And I remember saying to someone after my second or third day there, like, this altitude thing, this is no big deal. And day 4, it hit. And it hit hard, and it took me a while to get ready and get acclimated. So some teams, they like to come in early, try and get on a schedule and feel good with it. Other teams say, forget it. Let's not let the effects jump on us. They come in as late as possible, as close to kickoff, and play. Whatever way they did it, it worked in this one.
So for Denver, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Miami.